think we're live on YouTube now. I'm gonna give us a minute to actually get some people in here because I know this was not planned. Okay, I'm just gonna reload this. Okay, I don't know if we have anybody in here, but I'm just gonna start rolling. What's up? What's up, Delilah? Welcome in. I forgot to make this public. I totally forgot to make it public. It was unlisted. I'm like, dang, we got 0 people in here, but that's on me. All right, I'm gonna hope that this camera here will hold as long as it can, because this is what it actually looks like out here. Welcome in, everybody. You joined me on the Grasshopper Fire down in Oregon. Kind of closing in on it right now. Yeah, I knew this fire was happening on the way home. I did not realize how far west it is spreading. According to the, I guess, the heat map, or the heat detection, as a part of the satellite stuff, this thing is spreading towards 35, which is what we're on right now. It's actually getting pretty close. I'll show you guys quickly. Just have to find the HDMI cord to actually plug it in. We're right up here. This is the fire. This is a sign that it's spreading west. This is Oregon Highway 35, aka Mount Hood Highway. Some of you guys have seen me drive this area before. We've come up here for winter chasing. Never for fire though, but that's what's going on at the moment. Is very thick, as you can see. It's quite orange out here. I don't know if they have this highway closed or not. Honestly, with the look of this smoke, I wouldn't be surprised. So this is probably going to be a fairly short stream, but since I was down here, I wanted to at least document it for you guys. But yeah, everybody please smash the like button on your way in. Share the stream with anybody that might find this relevant. And what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to pull off real quick because I want to wipe off the stuff that's on the windshield there. I don't know why that's all as dirty as it is, but type. Ooh, yeah, it's super smoky. big time smoke in front of us, guys.
Nice guy.
Christina, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is the one. This is probably one of the worst ones that Oregon has had so far this season. It's been going for days. I didn't realize how close I was going to get to it on my way down. It was only an extra about 40 minutes off of the interstate. So we're, I think, about 6 miles from where it's kind of next to. But yeah, ton of smoke down here, ton of smoke. Not good. Snow zone. Yeah, it's not very snowy right now though, is it? Yeah, this might be some of the worst smoke that we've seen actually on this entire trip so far. Now, in truth, I have not spent much daytime on this road, meaning that I don't really know how much visibility we're going to have off to our east, aka off to the left there. Like I said, I think that the fire is not too far off from crossing 35. I'm just not sure how terrain is going to play a factor in preventing that or making that more of a possibility. We'll just have to see. This is like apocalyptic. This is crazy. It is orange out here. No doubt about that. It is orange as hell. But welcome into the stream, everybody. Please be sure to hit like, share it, subscribe if you're new. I'd say for streams like this, though, sharing is definitely the most important and helpful one. For anybody who might be affected by this fire. I mean, this has been going on for days, so I think people are well aware of it, but still. Running ham radio? Nope. I've just got a police scanner app. That's all I've got. Camera just doesn't do it justice. If this camera starts to cut out again, just remember, this is what it actually looks like outside. This is way too, like, white. This is accurate. This is what it actually legit looks like right now outside, which is insane. Okay, we're in the level 3 now. And we are in the level 3. Actually quite close to where the actual flames apparently are approaching. Camera that's really doing this justice, man. This is eerie. There's ash falling from the sky right now. A lot of debris falling.
Engine 118-184. Hey, you guys having any trouble finding that clearing? Okay, perfect. I'll see you here.
Dude, it is so orange. Oh my god, dude. I'm laughing because I'm kind of in shock. I've never seen something like this before. This dark. It's obviously not a funny situation. This is not good at all. Not good at all. The main population zone around this fire, I believe, is still west of it. It's west of 35, but I mean, you have Government Camp over there, you have Mount Hood proper, you have a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, they don't have this closed, so... It's supposedly kind of just off our left shoulder here, not too far from the road. I'm gonna kind of make my way down this road a little bit more, just to kind of survey conditions and whatnot a little bit further down 35, and then we'll flip back around and go the other way. Good morning, Rain. Looking a little bit brighter ahead. Sorry for how grainy the image might look. I'm not dealing with the best internet out here at the moment. Not very good internet. I don't know what our chances of seeing flame today is. I'm pretty sure that we won't, because like I said, the terrain is kind of banked up on either side of us, or at least on the eastern side of us, which is where the fire actually is. So I'm just kind of making my way down through here just to kind of survey the condition. Just go down 35 a ways and then flip back around and go back up. It appears to be spreading west though, so if it continues on that path, it very well may cross 35. They do have the level 3 evacuations over 35 and well west of 35. The heat signatures here, I'll show you guys. They got it spread all the way over here now. I think that includes, government camps now under level 1. We're in level 3. We're right down here. This is the existing map of the fire. It's kind of spreading this direction. The level 3 goes all the way up to, I think, the peak of Mount Hood, yeah. These are the general evacuation zones. So they're expanding it. They're preparing for this thing to spread west, as it already has been. I really hope it doesn't get that far west towards government camp, or I hope they can honestly hold it back from crossing 35, but I don't know. This is a big one. What's up, Sheila? Yeah, I didn't have this planned. This was kind of on my way home, so I figured we'd stop and survey what's going on here, check it out. There's Mount Hood, there's Meadows, Mount Hood Meadows. Yeah, last time I was on this highway, we were out here covering snow. Fires were to fight a fire. A water bag. We've came a long ways on fighting fires. Oh yeah, absolutely we have. Absolutely, I agree. Meadows as a turnaround, but yep, last time we were here, this was all snow covered. What have I done? I just wanted to turn around. That's all I wanted. Yep, I know exactly where we are right now. We did a donut here in this intersection at like 1 in the morning. It is weird and honestly sad seeing everything so smoky. You guys can kind of see the ash coming down. It's raining all over my car right now. I'm gonna hop back on 35 North. We're gonna get closer to it. What's up, Connor? Yeah, a little bit closer to home. Actually, just on my way home. I figured I'd stop for a couple hours and just kind of show people what's going on out here. It's not good. Hey, welcome in, Sophie. I'm sure she's watching with me. She says stay safe. Thank you, I appreciate that. Taking a break from fire coverage after today. Yeah, I'm headed home. I got some plans. My birthday's tomorrow, so got some plans later on this afternoon and tomorrow, and then the day after that's my dad's birthday, and then there's a big family thing on Saturday, so I'll just be taking a few days off of everything starting tomorrow. Dust storm UMAZ. Yeah, I've heard about the activity down in Arizona. I'll be heading down there in just under 2 weeks, or actually no, probably about 2 weeks is when I'll be heading there. Thank you, Biddy. Tina, thank you for the gift. Appreciate that, Sophie. And Candace. Where's the actual fire? It is just just east of Oregon Highway 35, which we're on right now. We're headed towards where it's at, but we're not. I don't think I'm going to be able to actually get visual of the fire itself. Although, you know, I'll let you know when we're actually next to it, because, you know, we won't be very far away from it. Thank you, Diane. I don't have to meet Sean till like 3:30, so I got some time. I got some time. I'll only be out here until like latest, like 1 o'clock. We're probably gonna bail at like noon. So, because I mean, this is that level of smoke that, I mean, even for the stream, even for content, I don't want to be out in this for too long. Yeah, at the last update it was 5 to 10 miles out, but I honestly think it's a little bit closer to 35 than that now. California, the Grasshopper Fire. 5 hours. It went from 1,500 acres, now it's at 3,000. Jeez. Well, hopefully they can get that one under control. I'm sorry to hear that you guys are dealing with bad fires too. It's just a bad fire season everywhere, it seems like. Pacific Northwest and West Coast especially. Thank you, Harry. Yeah, we are about as close as we can get to the fire right now. Pretty much at this point. It's just a few miles off the road to our east. But as you can see, tall trees everywhere. Really no way to get up to it very effectively. At least for us. This is where the heaviest smoke is, though, up here. I mean, where it's like dark orange up here. Insane. This is just like apocalyptic, man. It's insane. Is the road up to the top of Mount Hood closed? I don't think so. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't think so. If this smoke was more confined, then I'd say, you know, I'll try to get a higher, like a higher vantage point to get a better visual, but I don't think that's going to make much of a difference, honestly. Hey, what's up, Charm? Yeah, it's pretty bad out here.
Up to 15
Yeah, it does look a bit like we're on Mars, doesn't it? You're definitely not wrong.
5 miles per hour in the evening, becoming light winds, less than 5 miles per hour. TWI 0, and lightning 0. Great. Oregon zone 701. Today, sky weather, mostly sunny, areas of smoke. Max temp 85 to 90, minimum humidity 15 to 20%. 20-foot winds, valley.
What's up, Levi? Yeah, it's pretty bad out here.
Ridges upper slopes, east winds 8 miles per hour.
It is pretty bad out here.
0%, chance of lightning 0%. Tonight, sky weather, mostly clear, patchy smoke. Minimum temp 55 to 60, max humidity 31 to 42%. Humidity recovery 4. 20-foot winds, valleys, lower slopes, east wind 16 miles per hour in the evening. Drainage winds less than 5 miles per hour after midnight in the eastern Columbia River Gorge. Southeast winds 15 miles per hour in the evening. Ridges upper slopes, east winds 15 miles per hour in the evening, becoming light winds less than 5. TWI 0, chance of lightning 0. Break. Washington, zone 636. Today, sky weather, mostly sunny, areas of smoke.
Wish my laptop mount wasn't falling apart so quick. I just want to see quickly if there is any other. I mean, I'm trying to think. I've spent a decent amount of time up here, so I mean, I know kind of where the different lookouts are. I mean, that looks east.
National 5, Regional 5, Local 3. IFCL, Mount Hood 1, 4. Mount Hood.
We could try. Oh man, stop doing the stupid glitch. We could try going up to Timberline, seeing if we can get a view somehow. I mean, it does technically have a view east.
Staffing level 4. Response plan high.
How close is this to houses?
ERC 44, BI 29, staffing level 4, response plan high. Gorge West, adjective rating high. ERC 70, BI 71, staffing level 4, response plan high. The Dalles, adjective rating extreme. ERC 38, BI 30, staffing level 4, response plan high. This concludes your morning fire weather forecast. Columbia clear at 10:15.
Trying to think
AOE 571.
if there's any homes up here. I mean, there might be a few. I don't know of like dense population, but there may be homes kind of scattered around here. So I'd say probably within a few miles, but the majority of the population is a good 20 plus miles away. 15, 20 miles. View of Timberline would be great to have. I was heading south. I've been kind of just going north and south. But I'm thinking about going up to Timberline proper, just to see if we can get a view from up there. A couple people think that we should, so I probably will go ahead and do that. Sorry, what? What way do you want me to go here? I'm confused. I should be turning. So I should be going south. Yeah, this is north. I just came from north. Oh, no, it's not. I just turned around. Oh, so I ended up further north of the action? Yeah, I did. Okay. So we're going to go back through the heaviest portion of the smoke again and make our way up to Timberline Lodge, and we're going to see what we can see from up there, if anything. See how bad the smoke is. Mount Hood Meadows, the smoke's probably going to be close to as bad as what you're seeing here. So, probably not much of a point going there. Yep, that's the smoke on the radar. That's what I mean, though. You can see where the smoke's kind of, you know, originating from. It's not very far away from us at all. White balance is like stuck way too like cold. That is accurate. That is legit how it looks. The other camera just can't quite handle it, but this one can. Southerly winds are picking up. Transported there now, your eyes wouldn't see it like this. Oh, they absolutely would see it like this. That's how I'm seeing it. This is not exaggerated by the camera. What color format is the main cam? If you're talking about this one, I don't know. How big is the fire? Last I saw, 35,000 acres, I think. Yeah, just shy of 35,000 acres. Got 23 minutes to Timberline. That is where we're headed. See what we can see from up there, if anything. Yeah, no problem, SM. There's not a whole lot I can do. I mean, I can't get actually up to the flames, but I can at least show you guys what's going on the highway that it's coming up against. How is the town? Even being an Oregon native, I don't know where that is. Hold on. Looks like they may have kind of been on the edge of it. I don't think it's actively burning down there anymore, but they may have already been impacted by it. I can't say for sure though. Yeah, you're welcome, David. It was this bad in 2021. Yeah, I remember 2021. I think my parents almost had to evacuate down on the I-5 corridor, if I remember correctly. Welcome back, Carol. What's up, Chippy? What direction is the smoke going? Let's take a look at satellite. It doesn't really seem to be, it's just kind of sitting here, honestly. That's part of the problem. There isn't really much steering low-level winds right now. I'll actually pull this up here. That's it. This is where we are. You can kind of see the smoke's just kind of sitting here. Part of it's being spread off to the east, part of it's being spread out to the west. Nothing, no real sense of direction with this. I guess that's kind of a good sign in terms of there aren't strong winds at the low levels to, you know, help this thing rapidly spread, but at the same time, that's probably going to make it difficult, especially for air crews, I would assume. Maybe it doesn't have that much of an effect on them, but I would imagine it might make it difficult to actually see what's going on. almost see blue sky. Almost. Good to see almost 1,000 of you guys in here. Welcome in. You joined me heading south on Oregon Highway 35 up towards Timberline Lodge. We wanted to kind of get a feel for what the conditions are up there and see if we can actually get a view to the east on this fire at all. Again, I'm not really thinking we're going to see anything specific because this smoke is just kind of lingering around here. But we're still just going to go survey the conditions up there. Whoa. John, thank you so much for the 50 gifted memberships. Really appreciate that support. That's very generous. Thank you so much. And welcome to the 50 of you that just got gifted a membership. If you know anybody in this area, feel free to share the stream with them if you'd like to. If you guys wouldn't mind, please do hit that like button as well, and subscribe to the channel for further coverage on these events. River. It's dry right now. I almost wonder if debris flows could be a concern later on this year. You know, God forbid the fire spreads that far west to where it can actually make its way into that little channel. Alright, we're 3.5 miles from 26. And then we're going to be heading up to Timberline. And then after we do that, we'll probably make another pass back down 35, just to show some of you guys who are just now tuning in how bad the smoke is. Feel free to go back a little bit further into the stream, like 10 minutes ago or so. It is like a dark orange back there. It is very, very dark. To have fresher air though. Even my lungs are starting to hurt a little bit being in there, but that's what I mean. Like, it's not cloudy out here. That was all just smoke. It's blue sky. It's a beautiful day out here otherwise. That's for the level 1 evacuation out here for the government camp area. That's what that alert's for. I think they just issued that not too long ago. So hopefully it just stays at a level 1 and there's no reason for it to get to level 2 or 3. But the fact that they expanded it that far west, I don't know if they're just being very preemptive or if that means they're expecting it to cross 35 and, you know, become more of a threat to this area over here. I sure hope not, but remains to be seen. Fires around here are really, it's really unfortunate because, I mean, you see how, I mean, compared to the areas that we were in before, those areas had trees for sure, but they didn't really seem to be as tightly packed as the trees are out here. I mean, there is not a lot of breathing room, so to speak, in between these trees, but that actually is kind of more breathing room for a fire, unfortunately. It makes it a lot easier for it to spread from fuel source to fuel source, because it doesn't have to even hardly rely on, you know, ember spread at all. It's just, to the fire, it's just one giant tree, really, because they're all touching. What are the alerts for? Level 1 evacuation notice. Level 1 evacuation notice for government camp and surrounding areas. It is interesting being up here in the summertime, though. Like I said, last time we were up here, this road was all snow covered, and there were a couple of people sliding into this ditch over here. Yeah, T. Smith, I know they do. I'm just saying in general. Can make it more difficult to fight them sometimes. At least that's my assumption. But yep, David, I've spent a lot of time up here too lately. I'm also hoping that this does not spread this far. Our rest area. We've been to this rest area many times. You guys have seen me up here. Laptop mount's like broken. I don't know what happened, but it won't sit up anymore. It just slides all the way down. Yeah. Guess I gotta try to tighten it, but that doesn't seem to do anything. road did I turn on? We're on Timberline Highway, headed up to the lodge. South. I know my limitations. I can't drive in snow. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Growing up around here, I had a few run-ins with snow, but honestly, I didn't really start learning how to drive in snow like well until I moved down to Arizona. Actually, I never had much of a chance to practice up here. You know, my parents never really let me drive. That's because I was driving a rear-wheel drive car at the time. It wasn't four-wheel, but then when I got this thing, kind of went out and taught myself how to do it. This is so annoying. This thing is just like falling apart already. Like, are you kidding me? What is that? Okay, that's what's happening. Great to see a few more people tuning into the stream. Welcome in. We're currently on our way up to Timberline Lodge to survey what the smoke conditions are like up here, see if we can see anything from a higher vantage point. And then we're gonna head back down and go back up 35 to kind of show some of you guys who haven't seen it yet how thick and bad the smoke actually is down there, because it is pretty bad down there. It's like a dark orange down there on that highway. So I do not know how this fire came to be called the Grasshopper. I'm not entirely sure. Hey, welcome in from Grants Pass. If you guys are new to the channel and you live around this area, I'd appreciate if you guys could subscribe to the channel as well. I'm a Portland, Oregon native myself. That's where I'm based out of. I've kind of recently made it my mission to try to cover significant weather events along the western United States. And with Oregon being my home state, I feel like I do more here than I do in any other state too. So especially if you're tuning in from here, be sure to subscribe. Give yourself another outlet for winter storm coverage, wildfire coverage, severe weather, flooding, all that stuff. Thank you, Andy. I appreciate that. Smoke's definitely worse up here. I mean, that's kind of what I expected, but also means we're not really going to be able to see much off of the side of the mountain there. I live in Dundee, Oregon. Nice. Well, thank you. Tuning in from Port Orford, Oregon. Welcome in. Great to see so many locals tuning in. Thank you guys. I'm glad that my coverage here is reaching my intended audience. As I'm sure a lot of you locals know, if any of you have been up to this area before, you know that my road options are very limited. There's only so many places that we can go, and I'm not really able to get a direct view on the flames of this fire. But we can certainly go out and do a smoke condition survey. And it is fairly bad up here at Timberline. Not as bad as it was down there on 35, but what is that sound? Good morning, Jody. Welcome in. Oh, it's water bottles. That's what it is. They're expanding because the pressure change. I was a bit confused. So I mean, if we could see, we might be able to see down down where this thing actually is. Actually not really. Never mind, we're kind of facing. Well, no, yeah, we could. This is always a very sketchy mountain to park on. You know, if we're up here for snow. All right, I'm gonna attempt to fix my laptop mount real quick. Pray for my lungs. Damn. Yeah, that is no joke how bad the smoke is up here. So we do have a bit of winds, but it's also really probably just terrain influence. Seem like there's anything I can do about my broken laptop mount. That is really unfortunate. Hey, what's up, Trickster? I don't know if Portland is being affected. Oh yeah, no, the smoke spread is kind of being brought right over Portland, unfortunately. You guys can kind of tell here, I'll show you. So this is the fire itself, right? Some of it's kind of being spread out to the east a little bit, but now it's mainly kind of being drawn to the west, kind of right over towards Portland. So, yep, I see what you're saying. duct tape. I don't know what I'd tape it to. Yeah, I'm sure I could figure out something though. That's a project for another day though. The north of the valley is getting a lot of smoke. Yeah, smelling smoke in Vancouver. That makes sense. That makes sense. Have you thought about traveling down Highway 48 over by White River? Let me see. You mean Forest Road 48? Is that what you're talking about? The Forest Service Road? Because no, I haven't thought about that, to be honest. The Grasshopper Fire, technically its spread direction right now is mainly west, so technically towards Portland, but it's still very far away. I would be shocked if it even got relatively close to Portland. It's just the smoke. But yeah, even up here we do have easterly winds. So easterly winds at the surface pushing everything west. Lucky the smoke's still up in the sky versus down on the ground when I was walking my dogs a bit ago. Taylor, what's up? Is government camp I don't think so. No, I would certainly hope not. They do have a level 1 evacuation issued for that area now. So, but yeah, this is the view from Timberline. Any containment on this fire? I believe the last containment update was 18%, 19% containment now. All right. There's an update here that I'll read out to you guys before we get moving. It was posted 27 minutes ago. Acres, 34,659%, containment 19. Personnel, over 1,200 on this fire right now. Yesterday, fire activity increased along the western perimeter near the Pine Creek area where firefighters, dozers, and aircraft worked together to slow fire spread. A flare-up developed near Flag Point toward Bennett Pass where crews worked diligently to mitigate impacts. Along the southern perimeter, control lines near Badger Creek and Forest Road 27 held through recent weather conditions as firefighters continued securing the area. Crews also engaged a slop-over near Forest Road 2720 and are working to tie it into Forest Road 2730 north of the affected area. Oregon State Fire Marshal task forces continued patrolling communities and assessing structures. So that was yesterday. Today, crews will continue efforts in the northwest region to address increased fire activity and reinforce contingency features ahead of anticipated weather. Increased fire activity may impact the Highway 35 corridor. That's kind of what I was saying. It may cross 35. Along the southern perimeter, firefighters will expand mop-up operations to further secure established lines. Preparations will continue near the Jordan Creek area as crews strengthen holding features on the northern edge. As structural protection resources are reduced, 2 Oregon State Fire Marshal task forces will return home, while the remaining task force continues community patrols in coordination with local firefighting resources. So, seems like the main area of concern is the one on the western edge, but they are actively fighting it. But it seems like it might get to the point where 35 is impacted based on that latest update. So drive uphill to the highest point, then you can see the fire. You can't. I'm already at the highest point. You cannot see the fire. Yeah, Meadows level 3. I'm gonna head back down to the pitch orange area though. We got our view from up here. You guys saw what it's like up at Timberline. We can stop in at Meadows, I guess, if you guys want to. Yeah, that's the other problem is I think winds are expected to kind of increase and temperatures are definitely expected to increase. Today is going to be pretty warm, and then tomorrow is going to be even hotter. Tomorrow we might get to 100, so. Yeah, they may have it blocked off. I mean, 35 is in a level 3, and I've driven right through that several times. There's not any sort of roadblock or anything. I'm sure if the fire is about to cross 35, they'll obviously close it then. Yeah, that's true. The smoke will probably play a role in actually keeping it a little bit cooler out. Are the fires affecting businesses? Not yet, I don't think. Well, I say yet. Hopefully there is no yet, but I mean, it hasn't spread far west enough, at least, to affect any businesses over here. That being said, there definitely could be, in terms of at least them having to close because of evacuations. There are evacuations that are being issued. All the way west to Government Camp is now on a level 1 out of 3 evacuation. Mount Hood Meadows is a level 3 of 3 evacuation, so. Yeah, no worries. Any roads closed due to fire spreading? Hey, what's up, Sean? I'm gonna see if they closed Meadows. But 35 is still open. If you can, check back on the stream in like 15-20 minutes. You will see how dark orange it is down by 35. It's honestly apocalyptic. I've never seen an area that dark from wildfire before. I've seen that look from dust storms, but never from wildfire smoke. Is this close to Sandy? Not really. Sandy might be impacted by some smoke, but Sandy, Oregon is probably, you know, as the crow flies, a good 35 to 40 miles west of where this fire is. Probably even further if you actually drew it out on roads. For once, not calling it on a stream. You can if you want to. It's alright. I've been on phone calls all morning, it seems like. Oh boy. Tracy, thank you so much for the PayPal. I'm very sorry that I missed that. I really appreciate your support, Tracy. Alright guys, we're on our way back down to 35, so hang tight. We're going to get actually closer to the fire itself now. Is this near US 26? Yeah, we're on Timberline Highway right now, so we're about to head back down to 26 here in just a minute. Keep losing my scanner because I can't hold connection apparently. Don't know why. If you guys are just tuning in, please be sure to leave a like, share the stream with anybody who might want to see what's actively going on down here, and subscribe, especially if you are tuning in from anywhere on the West Coast. As the channel name suggests, that is my primary area of focus, broadcasting significant weather and environmental events live, focusing on the West Coast. So is the radar, and that's radar showing the smoke. What phone provider is best in this area? I don't know, honestly. I know it's not T-Mobile. I know that much. Probably AT&T, but I don't know. I can't tell which one of them is doing the best because the way that I run this stream, I bond T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon, and Starlink all together into one Wi-Fi network, and I use that. So, but I don't actually have a data readout of which one is performing the best. I can't see that information. Here we go, back to 35, closer to the actual fire. Again, I can't get view of the actual flames, but trust me, we're not more than just a few miles away from them at this point. I say a few, it's really a couple. Wonder how Welch's will do. Hope not. Am I heading east on 26? I was heading down on Timberline Highway. Now I'm going east on 26, and I'm about to jump on 35. Oh! Sorry. Every time my phone resets, so does the radio, and then it plays some random song from my playlist that I don't even select. I'm gonna mute and fix this. Hang tight. Not trying to get copyright sued. Okay, that should be my radio scanner now. Good Lord. I literally shut out the freaking Apple Music app too before I started the stream. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Hopefully half a second is not enough for it to pick up on what song it is, because that would be really unfortunate if I get a freaking strike for that. Or not a strike, but if all my revenue and everything gets swiped. That was your song, 10%. No, I did not intend to use it. It wouldn't matter if you could mute portions of streams, but you can't, because the stream ends up being too long for YouTube Studio to actually, damn, he's cooking. For YouTube Studio to actually edit, so it's just like, yeah, you can't change it. On normal videos, you can like mute segments. If it detects music, it gives you a chance to redeem yourself. Streams, you can't do that. Alright, so now we're heading north on 35. It's about 10 miles from here, where it's like not paralleling, where it's like next to the next to the highway. Copyright claim. No copyright claims. Sheila, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. How would I say the wind conditions are up here? They're relatively calm right now, but winds are starting to increase. Oh, wait a minute. You can actually see the smoke there. You guys see it? I actually kind of have a view. For like a second, we had a view. You have a deep hatred for AT&T? Oh, I'm sorry. What's the relative humidity? 33%. Taylor, welcome to the OGs. Or I guess welcome back. Outside. I was just trying to bring the brightness down temporarily just so you guys could actually see it here. But it seems like the smoke is kind of being more focused in one certain direction now. That's for the evacuation alerts. Sit up straight, please. Yeah, me too, Jill. Me too.
Go ahead, Morris. I got you. I'm ready to roll out of here. I've all touched everything up. I'll load and everything.
Ed, there isn't. There is not. I mean, we can see the smoke. You guys see it up there. Braden, thank you for the 5 gifted. I appreciate it. Come on, I know about the warning. Let me swipe it away. I don't care. And I care, obviously, but I know already. You don't need to tell me twice. Slower and roll my window down for like half a second and eyes burning. Let's actually see if Meadows is open real quick before we go. I mean, I'm sure it's not like open, but I wonder if you can even get up that road or if it's just completely shut down. We shall see. We shall see. you're getting the high smoke on the east side. Yeah, it could be kind of showing it getting a little bit more unstable, allowing that smoke to rise a little bit higher. Meadows is closed due to level 3. Due to level 3 evac. Meadows is closed due to level 3 evac, yeah. So I guess we cannot get very far down into here then. There's like no way to get the phone to sit any other way. That's fine. Yeah, it does not look good because it is not good. Tony, thank you so much for the PayPal. Really appreciate your support.
Grasshopper communications from contact show us leaving Bonnie Butte en route to Mount Hood Meadows.
Who's en route to Mount Hood Meadows?
Grasshopper communications copies leaving Bonnie Butte en route to Mount Hood Meadows, 11:15.
Yeah, okay, so the road up here to Meadows is open, but obviously the lodge itself is closed. So what's up, B-Rad? Head further east on 35, about 4.5 miles from Meadows Road, 35 intersection. Yeah, AG, that's where we were. That's where we were to start the stream. That's where I'm heading back to. I just wanted to check out to see if this road was closed up to Meadows. I was just making sure they were saying that they were just en route to Meadows for some reason, and not that, oh, there's a vehicle headed up towards Meadows and that like I shouldn't be there. So just in case that's what they meant, I'm just gonna leave the scene before I draw too much attention to myself. Yeah, they're coming for me, Anna. I gotta run. Fortunately, we kind of stick out like a sore thumb. We're a hail-destroyed 4Runner with an antenna, or 2 antennas, a camera on the roof, and logos on the side of it, and QR codes. So, not very well hidden, I'll say that much. That is for sure. Ed, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate your support to the channel. Diane, welcome to the official sponsors. Thank you so much. I will get your name added to the list as soon as I get home. I can do that. I know I have one other name to add to that list as well. I haven't been able to do it yet because it's a lot easier to do it when I'm actually at home. So. Oh, they got it just outside Rhododendron all the way to the level, or they got the level 1 all the way down there. Okay, I see.
Copy, 35 Intel. Remember, Mr. Clear. Yeah, repeat that, man, Romeo. You broke. Guys, just copy the transmission. We're down on 35.
And here's where it is really bad. Falling from the sky right now. Studio, thank you for the 10 gifted. I appreciate it. This is not a camera exaggeration. This is literally what it looks like on 35. I've seen several people on motorcycles out here. Yeah, I agree. It is certainly a choice. Not one I'd probably be making, but... Scottsdale AZ, they got help from Arizona down up here. There was a truck out of Scottsdale, Arizona. Am I taking 35 all the way to Hood River? Eventually, yes. I've only got time, unfortunately, to hang around here for another half hour or so before I have to leave. I have other stuff that I need to get to today, but I was just on my way home from documenting the Washington fires, and I wanted to stop by and try to do my part to document at least a little bit of what's going on here in Oregon. Out of California too. Go again. Arizona's dealing with dust storms now. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. Let me open the where are we at? LA. Thank you so much. For the Venmo there. I appreciate that. Be safe with all the smoke. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here soon. I wish I could get a higher upload speed so that the image came through clearer, but it's the best that I can do. Yeah, Marcel, it is pretty bad. It is pretty bad down here. Forest Road 3550. It's where it's kind of getting up against. You'll be level 2 on the right side of the road soon. Oh, we're in level 3 right now. That one camera just doesn't do it justice. Let's see. I'm trying to, because like it says there's a road in here. Oh, Bennett Pass Road. Oh yeah, that looks like a fun drive to get to. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. Yep, ash is falling. Ash is falling right now. right, well, I'll head a little bit further north, and then my way to get home actually is apparently the other way. Yep, decent amount of ash falling right now. The Chase Expenses bar is being swallowed by the smoke. It reminds me I gotta add in LA's. Small offshoot road that is gravel, I think. Yeah, it's also definitely closed, because I guarantee you it's like right up, the fire's like right there, so.
Big off. I think it's Bonnie, E74.
Dang, yeah, that's all ash. What's the temperature? On screen says 57. It's actually 61. It's pulling data from government camp. We're not in government camp. That's the closest place it can pull, though, apparently. Am I going south? Didn't mean to go south. I was trying to go north. I'm all turned around. Ow, damn. Yeah, I was trying to go north. Slinky, welcome to the official sponsors. Appreciate your support. I'll get your name added to that list as soon as I get home. Actually, on the ground coverage, one Portlander to another. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate that. It means a lot. Otherwise isn't updating. Interesting. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. I see that. It like froze. Yeah, it's having trouble locating me right now. There we go. All right, we're back. Back on Weatherwise. Thank you for the heads up on that. Yeah, I'm kind of heading north just to kind of show you guys the rest of 35 here. The smoke will kind of get better, but actually for me to get home, the faster way is for me to turn back around and go the other way. Plus it's like 30 less miles, so I kind of want to do that. Being pulled down the gorge. I guess that's true. We could kind of stream that. Yeah, it is being pulled down the gorge. It's really interesting to kind of watch this. That's being. I'll show you guys. Hang on. We're kind of right here, somewhere in here. Smoke is being pulled down the gorge, and then it's kind of being shoved down to the south once it hits the coast. It's very interesting how smoke can just kind of model what the low and mid-level winds are doing, and then at the upper levels you have west to east. PC Tech, thank you so much for the PayPal. Be safe and keep up on your health. Smoke areas. Yeah, will do. I don't plan on staying around here much longer, so. Appreciate your support. Thank you. Yep, so as you can see, the smoke will just kind of continue to, it kind of just gets less and less thick or dense as you go north, so. But my way to go home is the other way. It's to go back south, so. In the interest of getting home in time, because I have a busy afternoon. I have to do an oil change on this thing, and then I got to oh my god, this Ford Ranger again. Or it's another Ford Ranger. There's so many slow driving Ford Rangers that we get stuck behind every time. Dina, or Dinah, either way. Thank you very much for the super chat. I'm assuming Dina. Frazier, thank you for the GOAT Trophy gift. I appreciate it. And Louise, welcome to the OGs. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you becoming a member on the channel. So we're going to do one more pass through the bad areas, and I'm just going to start making my way Yeah, we're less than 100 likes away from 1,000. So if we get 1,000 likes before we end the stream, that would be very much appreciated. It's a great free way to support the stream. Marcel, I mean, I am more so concerned for this area than I am scared for myself. The fire is a little bit to my southeast. It's still I think at least 3 miles off of US 35 or Oregon Highway 35 here. So I'm not too worried. I've got some time before it would cross 35 anyways, and this is my last pass through. If anything, I'm just a little bit worried about my lungs, but like I said, again, it's my last pass through before I'm leaving, so. Recommend purchasing an air purifier for your bedroom when you sleep to recover. I gotcha. Yeah, will do. I've been needing to get one anyway to deal with the dust allergies, so. The fire is moving west, yes. I don't know how quickly it's moving, but that is the main direction of spread at this point. There is a little bit still going on to the north, but mainly the area of activity is the area that's closest to the highway here. Did I say 40 miles? 40 miles from what? That's... $40 miles from Portland, maybe. Yeah, of course, Sherry. I'm happy to come out here and do it. I mean, obviously I'm not happy about the fire, but I'm happy to be the source of live coverage if need be. Looks like we've got about 260 new subscribers today, though, so thank you all very much. great to have so many new additions to our crew here. Mentioned how far away a fire is from you. Maybe you said 4 miles. Yeah, probably 3 or 4. Yeah, no, it's way closer than 40. It's in the single digits for sure. It's not very far away at all. Yeah, Sarah, I agree. I agree, you're right. I've got the AC on low with air recirculating, so hopefully it's limiting what it's bringing in from the outside. But then I see all these guys just chilling out here, breathing it in no problem. So I'm like, yeah, if they can do it, why can't I do it, you know? Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Deandra. This camera is an iPhone 17 Pro. This one is a Sony Handycam on a pan tilt swivel mount that has a handle. Both those cameras have inbuilt stability. This roof camera, as you will see as I hit bumps, does not have really much inbuilt stability, but it's still okay. I have it on a custom built mount that is meant to absorb some of the vibration, but obviously it can't handle everything. But yeah, my main 2 cameras both have inbuilt stabilization, especially the iPhones. The iPhones are really, really good at stabilizing images. Yes, I am on Highway 35 South in Oregon, on the east side of Mount Hood. The fire is to our east by probably 3 miles or so. Somewhere over there. Unfortunately, the roof camera and the other front camera is not doing it justice how orange it really is out here. This is the only camera that's really accurately depicting it. I'm new to this area. Would it be okay to report to office, or should I take precautions? Report to office, I'm not quite sure what you mean. If you are in I would just heed whatever the evacuation zones say. I mean, if you're in a level 1, just kind of be prepared for the fact that you might have to leave. If you end up in a level 2, pack up your stuff, be ready to go at a moment's notice, and then if you get put into a level 3, don't chance it, just leave. If you have the ability to, anyway. You can't really see the color very well, but you can see the thicker smoke back there on the road. I think we got 5-0 behind me. Actually, no, that's not 5-0, it's Fire though. They got a Starlink on their roof too. Cool to see that they're utilizing that tool. That's good. That is good to see. a fire vehicle behind me. Not the Popo. As we get a little bit further away, we should be able to kind of see the area of smoke. Whoa. Go ahead, pass me, boss man. Alright. Go ahead. Go on ahead now. Alright, or don't. Go. Oh my god, go. Why are you slowing down with me? I'm trying to let you pass by. Don't want to pass me. I tried to let him pass. Trying to get a view of the smoke plume. Whoa! Whoa! Hang on a second. Jaden Cook with the, what is that, $100 super chat? Oh my goodness. Safe travels home, stud. Here in Clackamas, not too bad. It's good to hear it's not as bad in Clackamas. Thank you so much for the support. That is very, very generous. My goodness. Wow. Thank you, seriously. I really, really appreciate that. W's in chat for Jaden. I'm sure you guys are already on it, but... pass leads right into the fire. Yeah, that road's blocked off though. I about guarantee you it is. Holy brake fade. My brakes are tired. I've been doing a lot of downhill driving today. Not as obvious of a smoke plume as I thought. That or the roof camera is just having trouble picking it up, but unless that's it. Okay, I guess that is it. Yep, there's the smoke from a little further away. Well, guys, I wish I was able to stay up here and cover this for longer, but at the end of the day, there's not that many places that I can go anyways. So, you know, I mean, I could kind of just sit up in this area and just kind of keep a monitor on things. But I do, unfortunately, have stuff that I have to get home and get done kind of ASAP. So this car is in desperate need of an oil change. I have a couple things I have to do this afternoon, and then my birthday is tomorrow, so I've got to be home for that because there's stuff happening related to that. So normally I'd stay out here, you know, as long as I need to, but unfortunately there's some outside circumstances that are beckoning me home. So that's where I'm headed for now, but I'm not very far away from this fire. I'm only about a 2-hour drive out. So if need be, I can make my way back out here. I think the soonest I'd really be available to do so would be Friday the 7th. Here's to hoping that it's not as much of an issue by then. Hopefully they have this a lot more contained and can limit the spread by that time.
Sounds like 46 Charlie showed up in your division there. Got Mark standing next to me. He's in the loop. But can you get them sent over in the Delta over over to the 44 road where the 44 meets the 44K.
So if you want to give yourself an easy way to find me, be sure to hit that subscribe button with the notification bell on. I was just up in Washington the last couple days covering fires up there. Today we got this fire in Oregon, and I have covered stuff in California too. Not fires yet, but I have covered other weather events in California, Idaho as well, Montana. So I mean, I go all over the western United States, wherever I'm kind of needed, as long as I'm able to get there. I'm still kind of working on expanding my operation to be able to travel kind of at a moment's notice, working on getting a second vehicle added to the fleet, because this one is getting quite up there in mileage. But anyways, hopefully this was useful to those of you, especially tuning in locally. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to be out for very long, but thank you for joining me for today's stream. Andy, thank you for being a member for 3 months. I really appreciate everybody's support today. I would not be able to do this without you guys. Ahadul, thank you so much for the Venmo as well. I really appreciate that. I'll make sure I get that added on screen so everybody is properly thanked today. But again, if you're in the evacuation zones for this fire, just make sure to listen to them, heed those warnings, because this fire's not messing around. I mean, even today I can tell, but you know, I've seen videos of what's been going on the past several days down here. I mean, this fire's been going on, I think, for over a week now, or at least very close to a week. And it's certainly not messing around. So thank you, mods, thank you, members. Thank you, donators. I appreciate you guys. Welcome all new subscribers. We got like 300 of you guys today, so great to see a lot of new faces, and hopefully I can continue to provide coverage that, you know, applies to you and will benefit you in some way. So I will be offline for the next few days, mostly, unless I'm needed. Thank you guys for all the birthday wishes. I appreciate that. Mid-20s, here I come. So anyway, you guys have a good rest of your day or night, depending on where you're tuning in from. Stay safe out there, stay healthy, be well, and I will see you all soon. I will be keeping my WeatherWise feed up for a little bit, just in case we can get any kind of faraway shots of the smoke, either from kind of the source or as we kind of go west. I mean, you can see the smoke spreading over here. So that's the other thing I want to say really quick. Thank you to WeatherWise for sponsoring today's stream as well. WeatherWise is a free weather radar app, but it's a lot more than just weather radar. You can look at radar, you can look at satellite data, weather model data, a whole bunch of different weather models in there. Fire weather outlooks, storm prediction center, weather prediction center outlooks, whole bunch of tropical stuff in there too. And you can watch storm chasers live in the app, including myself. They have a great team of live chasers that cover events all over the country. I am kind of their West Coast man, and I've been live streaming in the app this entire time. So there you can watch me live for free. You don't even have to make an account, although I'd recommend doing it to kind of dive into a lot of the features that are continuously being added in there. And you can view my exact location as well, which a lot of folks have found particularly helpful on these fire-related streams, to see what road I'm on and, you know, see what areas are under certain evacuation levels and stuff like that. So if you are not already a WeatherWise user, you can download the app for iOS or Android using the links in my description, or if you're on a computer, you can just go to weatherwise.app in your web browser. One more thank you again to everybody for the support today. My thoughts are with everybody being affected by all these fires out here in the Pacific Northwest. Hopefully we can get some relief soon. I will see you all